How are people making money with AI? Introduction. You already know AI is changing everything. Every headline, every podcast, every YouTube video tells you the same thing. AI is the future. AI is powerful. AI will transform the world. Yeah, we get it. But here's the problem. Most people hear AI and think of billion-dollar companies. They think of OpenAI. They think of Elon Musk. They think of tech geniuses writing code in Silicon Valley. And they think, that's not me. What if I told you that right now in 2025, ordinary people are using AI to build real income? Not theoretical. Not someday. Right now. A college student in Peru making $2,000 a month selling AI-generated art. Part-time. A woman who replaced her corporate salary managing social media for dental offices, using AI to do 80% of the work. A guy building chatbots for medical clinics, working 15 hours a week, making over $5,000 a month. These aren't tech geniuses. They're regular people who figured out one thing. AI is a tool. Tools make money when you know how to use them. Today, we're going to look at real cases, real numbers. And I'll break down exactly what made each one work. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The college student who sells art he never drew. Low barrier to entry. Let me tell you about Ricardo. Ricardo is a college student in Peru. He's not an artist. He never learned to draw. He doesn't own a fancy camera or design software. But he makes $2,000 a month selling wall art on Etsy. Here's how. Ricardo uses AI image generators like Midjourney and DALL-E to create digital art. Abstract pieces. Minimalist prints, trendy aesthetic designs that people love to hang in their apartments. He doesn't print anything. He doesn't ship anything. Customers buy the digital file, download it, and print it themselves. His cost? Basically zero. Midjourney subscription costs about $10 a month. Etsy takes a small fee per sale. That's it. And here's what's smart about Ricardo's approach. He's not trying to compete with professional artists. He's targeting a specific market, people who want affordable, trendy wall art. The kind of stuff you see on Pinterest. Simple, clean, modern. AI generates dozens of designs in minutes. Ricardo picks the best ones, uploads them, writes a simple description, and moves on. Some designs sell once. Some sell hundreds of times. The same file, over and over. Passive income. Now, let me be clear. Ricardo didn't make $2,000 in his first month. It took time to figure out what sells. What keywords work? What styles people actually buy? But here's the point. Ricardo didn't need any special skills to start. He didn't need money. He didn't need connections. He needed a laptop, an AI tool, and the willingness to experiment. This is what I call a low-barrier model. Almost anyone can try it. The risk is near zero. And if it works, you've built an asset that keeps paying you. Think about that. A college student. Part-time. No art skills. $2,000 a month. That's the power of AI when you use it as a tool, not just a topic to read about. But let's go bigger. Chapter 2. The woman who replaced her corporate salary. Side hustle to full income. Jennifer had a good job. Stable. Decent salary. Benefits. But she was tired. Tired of the commute. Tired of the meetings. Tired of building someone else's dream. So she started a side hustle. Jennifer noticed something. Small businesses, especially local ones like dental practices, beauty salons, and fitness studios, they all need social media. But most of them are terrible at it. They post once a month. Their photos look like they were taken in 2010. Their captions are boring, and they have no strategy. These business owners aren't lazy. They're busy. They're running a business. They don't have time to figure out Instagram algorithms. So Jennifer offered a simple service. For $1, $200 a month, she would handle everything. Content planning, graphic design, caption writing, posting, monthly reports. Sounds like a lot of work, right? Here's the secret. AI does 80% of it. She uses ChatGPT to write content calendars in minutes. What used to take hours now takes 15 minutes. She uses Canva with AI features to create graphics. Templates plus AI suggestions mean she can create a month's worth of posts in a single afternoon. She uses AI to write captions. She gives it the brand voice, the topic, and the call to action. It writes 10 variations. She picks the best one. Scheduling? Automated. Reports? Mostly automated. What actually requires Jennifer's brain is strategy and client relationships. Creative thinking. The human stuff. Everything else? AI handles it. Within a year, Jennifer had 7 clients. That's $8, $400 a month. More than her corporate salary. She quit her job. Now she works 15 to 20 hours a week. From home. On her schedule. Let me break down why this works. First, she picked a niche. Dental practices. Not all businesses. Not anyone who needs social media. Dental practices. This let her reuse templates, understand the industry deeply, and get referrals within that community. Second, she productized her service. Everyone gets the same package, same price, same deliverables. This makes it scalable. She's not reinventing the wheel for every client. Third, she let AI handle the repetitive work. Content creation. Scheduling. Reporting. This freed her time for the high-value stuff that actually requires a human. This is the side hustle to full income model. You start small. You prove it works. Scale it with AI. And eventually it replaces your job. Jennifer isn't a tech person. She's not a designer. She's someone who identified a problem, used AI to solve it efficiently, and built a business around it. If you're working a job right now and dreaming of something more, this is your blueprint. But what if you want to work even less? Chapter 3, The 15-Hour Work Week. Scalable system. David figured out something most people miss. If you're going to build a business, build a system, not a job. Here's what I mean. David builds chatbots for medical and dental practices. These chatbots handle the stuff that wastes staff time. Appointment scheduling, insurance questions, office hours, common procedure inquiries. He charges $800 to set it up, then $200 a month for maintenance. Sounds simple, because it is. He uses no-code AI chatbot platforms. He doesn't write code. He configures the bot, trains it on the practice's specific information, and connects it to their website. The setup takes about 3 to 4 hours per client. The monthly maintenance takes maybe 30 minutes. Checking if it's working. Making small updates. That's it. With 15 clients, David makes $3,000 a month in recurring revenue from maintenance fees alone. Plus, he gets another $1, $600 to $2, $400 from new setups each month. Total, $4, $600 to $5, $400 a month. Working 15 hours a week. Let me repeat that. 15 hours. a week. Now, why does this model work so well? First, recurring revenue. That $200 a month per client adds up, and it's sticky. Once a practice has a working chatbot, they're not going to cancel. It's too useful. Second, it's a system, not a service. David isn't doing custom work for every client. He built a repeatable process. Same chatbot framework. Same setup steps. Same maintenance routine. This means he can scale without burning out. Third, the niche is perfect. Medical and dental practices have money. They have high customer lifetime value. They hate wasting staff time on routine questions. And most of them are not tech-savvy enough to build chatbots themselves. David identified a painful problem, built a simple solution with AI, and turned it into a system that runs with minimal effort. This is the scalable system model. It's harder to set up than selling art on Etsy. It requires more skills than managing social media. But once it's running, it's the closest thing to passive income you'll find in the service world. Think about it. 15 hours a week, $5,000 a month. Location independent. Recurring revenue. That's not a job. That's freedom. Chapter 4. How you start. All right. You've seen 3 models. Ricardo, low barrier. Selling digital products. Almost no skills required. Jennifer, side hustle to full income. Productized service. AI handles the grunt work. David, scalable system. Recurring revenue. Minimal time investment. So how do you actually start? Here's a simple framework. Step 1. Pick your arena. Choose one of 3 areas people always pay for: money, health, or relationships. Businesses that help people make money. Stay healthy. Look better. Find love. Build connections. These markets never die. Step 2. Find the pain. What's a repetitive, annoying problem that people or businesses face? What do they hate doing? What takes too much time? That's your opportunity. Step 3. Learn 2 AI tools deeply. You don't need to master everything. Pick ChatGPT as your foundation. Then add one specialized tool based on your model. Selling digital products? Learn Midjourney or Canva AI. Offering services? Master ChatGPT prompting and a scheduling tool. Building systems? Learn a no-code chatbot or automation platform. Go deep, not wide. Step 4. Start ugly. Your first client will probably be free or heavily discounted. That's fine. You're buying experience and a case study. Document everything. The problem. Your solution. The results with specific numbers. That case study becomes your sales tool for every client after. Step 5. Productize and raise prices. Once you've proven it works, standardize your offer. Same package, same price, same deliverables. Then raise your prices based on the value you deliver, not the hours you work. That's it. Not complicated, but not easy either. The people making money with AI aren't geniuses. They're just people who started, who experimented, who figured out what works through trial and error. The tools are available to everyone. The demand is massive. Only 26% of companies can deploy AI themselves. That means 74% need help. The question isn't whether the opportunity exists. The question is whether you'll take it. Chapter 5. The Road Ahead. Let me leave you with this. 2025 was the year I went mainstream. Not just for tech companies, not just for Silicon Valley, for everyone. We saw college students build side incomes selling digital products. We saw corporate employees replace their salaries with AI-powered services. We saw entrepreneurs build systems that run on autopilot. The tools got easier. The demand got bigger. The opportunities got clearer. And this is just the beginning. 2026 will bring new tools, new platforms, new ways to make money that we can't even imagine right now. But here's what won't change. Fundamental truth stays the same. AI multiplies human effort. One person with I can do what 10 people did before. One freelancer with the right tools can compete with entire agencies. That's not going away. That's only accelerating. The people who win won't be the ones waiting for the perfect moment. They'll be the ones who started early, who learned by doing, who built while others watched. Look, I'm not saying, I will solve all your problems. I'm not saying everyone will become a millionaire overnight. But I am saying this. AI is no longer optional. It's not a trend. It's not a buzzword. It's infrastructure, like the internet, like electricity. You can ignore it, but your competition won't. Every industry, every job, every business will be touched by AI. The question isn't whether it will affect you. The question is whether you'll be ready when it does. So keep your eyes open. Watch for opportunities. Experiment with tools. Start small if you need to. But start. Window is open today. It won't stay open forever. 2025 showed us what's possible. 2026 will reward those who took action. Which side will you be on? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.